Welcome to Chillin and Grillin with Jeff. Our brown box specials have been going great. We started off with a challenge between best friends. From there, we had a challenge between the barbecue pitmaster and the family cook. Our last episode was a husband versus wife. Who was the better barbecue cook? This week, we're going neighbor versus neighbor. Mike versus Marco. Let's head over to the boxes and see what the ingredients are. All right, you guys, that's enough of the standoff. Let's get to the competition. So as you know, it's a brown box challenge. You don't know what's in the boxes. The rules are, when I say go, you'll open the box, pull out the ingredients. You can add whatever ingredients you want from your pantry or from the house, but you have to use everything in the box. You have to make one appetizer and one main course, again, using all the ingredients in the box. We're gonna judge you when you're done out of 20 points. I'm gonna give you 5 points for use of ingredients, 5 points for your barbecue skills, 5 points for plate presentation, and of course, 5 points for taste. So let's open the box and see what we got. Inside this one, we decided to shake it up a little bit. We've got a bag of cornflakes, some stewing beef, sour cream. This is a pork sirloin roast. We've got 1 orange, 2 cobs of corn just because it's the season, and a couple of poblano peppers. Okay, you got a bunch of ingredients. I see we got our barbecues. We got to light the barbecues. Marco, what's your trick for lighting your barbecue?
I've got a couple fire starters in there.
So you're actually going to use a torch. Mike, hold
I just
on,
use
Marco.
a torch, yeah.
Mike, don't you use a torch?
I use a torch. This is the one I use.
So how long does it take to light yours? A matter of seconds? And it's
Yeah.
actually lit.
Oh, it's lit.
You're good to go.
That, you know what, that'll probably hit about 250 in about 5 minutes.
Or Marco, you're going the more traditional method, less with the
We call this the sane method.
The more the sane method here. How long will it take your barbecues to get up to temperature?
15 minutes.
15 minutes, as opposed to Mike's 8.5 seconds?
This is going to be the main course, but I'm probably just going to prep it
Okay.
and then move on to what I have planned for the
All right,
appetizer.
let's see. Let's see your knife skills here.
All right.
You're cutting into that like you have a plan.
Well, you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to butterfly it a little bit, smash it out.
Marco, you're getting started over here.
Oh, I'm almost done.
Mike's well on his way. You got a lot of smoke happening.
I heard a lot of French cooking terms over there, like smashed.
Smash, burn, construction torch. Mike's going with the more delicate method.
Yeah, I'm going to start with the appetizer. We're just going to do a stuffed poblano pepper.
So we're gonna compare your knife skills with
You are?
Mike's, with Mike's. Yeah, he's using a machete.
I'm not shocked.
And you brought some. You have some interesting ingredients. I'm just looking around on your table. You got black beans. You got a can of Coke. Is that the drink or is that?
That's my refreshment for the afternoon.
Thought maybe you were gonna cook with it.
I'm going to do kind of a Mexican, South American kind of theme today, I think. Is that the French press he's doing over there? Or?
Mike, do you need a brick or a sledgehammer?
No,
I'm only asking for Marco.
Michael.
He doesn't think you know what you're doing over here.
that's all right.
I know that he doesn't know what he's doing over there.
Mike, you got your batch of spices.
So what I got here, some jalapeno cheddar.
Okay.
So, you know, pork traditionally is pretty bland in that. And
It does tend to get dry.
you know what? So I figured I'd just kind of spice it up a bit.
And you mentioned you're going to use the construction torch for cooking this. Do you find that dries out the meat when you cook a construction torch, or you find it helps retain the moisture?
By the time that I think using the construction torch is a good idea, it doesn't really matter.
What's all the noise over here?
That's a grinder.
So starting with the stewing beef, but you're going to grind it up even smaller. This is going in your Mexican mix.
This is going in the stuffed poblano.
All right. All right, Mike, we're grinding up some meat over here. We're pounding meat over here. Now you're rolling it up. Is there going to be bacon involved in this somehow?
No, I'm gonna have to hold this beast together.
Any particular kind of bacon there, Mike? Thick cut? What do you prefer?
Well, the on sale bacon.
And then how long do you think this is going to take at what? 350 you said? You're going to get the egg up to 350?
Oh, I don't have a clue.
This is a real scientific method you got.
Well, you know what? Barbecuing isn't scientific.
You're not going to do the bacon weave?
No, it's weaving. It's kind of more like putting Band-Aids on a kid.
You sear this first, or you're going to slow cook it first?
So I'm gonna do it indirect. It's gonna hit pretty fast. I don't think it's gonna take a long time to cook.
Okay.
And if it needs any help, I got some help.
All right. So we got a construction torch over here. You're using a can of pop.
This is the redneck mortar and pestle. Then when you're done, you can drink it.
Serves two purposes.
Yeah.
Now, what do you do with the cornflakes?
I'm gonna
Just
top the stuffed pepper with cheese, and the cornflakes will give it a bit of texture.
All right, good. So you brought some rice, though. You mentioned you
I
had some
had some
leftover
leftover
rice,
rice, so
and
we're gonna mix
going
that
in the
in with the
peppers as
meat,
well.
with
All right,
the
you
meat
got a
and the
lot
black
going on with the
beans.
poblano peppers. Mike's got a lot going on with the pork. Stewing beef, Mike.
Yeah.
What's the strategy with the stewing beef?
Stewing beef? Well, I'm gonna cut it down a little bit. I'm gonna try to attempt to do like a Mexican stew.
Oh, okay.
So I just wanna-
Are these both part of the main course, or do you have an appetizer?
No,
going on?
that's the appetizer.
Bacon,
Do I look like a
pork.
guy that likes, this is an appetizer.
No half-stuffed poblano for you, right?
No.
Right.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a poblano in the stew. So what I'm going to get going is get the beef all, cooked up,
Okay.
saute some garlic, some onions, start adding some sauces. So
Now, are you going to put this in a cast iron pan and just
I
let
do.
it just
I
hit
do.
the
So
new-
I have some oil going there. It'll be up to temp pretty soon.
And there's the corn going in the stew?
Corn, yep. So the next thing I'll be doing after when I add all the sauce and stuff is to just slice off the kernels and the corn.
And how about the cornflakes? Where is this going to come into play? Have you figured this part out yet?
Oh, I figured it out, but I'm going to tell you later.
We got the bacon out over here.
Yeah.
And a big chunk of messy pork.
Well, we're gonna wrap it in bacon and we're gonna grill it.
So we got two bacon. Now, the tasting portion ought to be interesting. Very similar main courses going on.
Other than one's gonna taste good and one's gonna taste like Mike made it.
Any thoughts about the orange and the corn?
Corn is gonna be a Mexican street corn with the pork chop, and the orange is gonna be a glaze, a sauce.
What are you seasoning that up? Because I noticed you just added about 4
I had
pounds
some
of seasoning.
No, we got some cumin, ancho, chili powder, chipotle chili powder, adobo seasoning, salt, pepper, and garlic powder.
So you're zesting up a little bit of lime and lime juice, lime zest, sour cream. And what else did you say you were throwing in there?
A little bit of garlic powder.
A little bit of garlic powder.
How you going, Mike?
Oh, I'm almost done.
Yeah? You haven't burnt nothing yet?
I don't. Well, Jeff's in charge of the
there's a lot of
onions.
I'm not used to smelling you
There's
cooking.
a lot
I'm used
of-
to smelling you burning.
Okay, so I wasn't going to worry about judging you guys because you're neighbors. It wasn't like when we had a husband and wife, but we've attracted some neighbors who've been on a previous episode. They've set up as a peanut gallery, so we're going to put them to work. So they're going to be our official taste testers. So as soon as we have an appetizer done, remember points for plate presentation. We're going to get the experts to weigh in. And
What we're gonna do is we're gonna get these on first to soften them up, but I needed my thing to get up to temp.
so while they're softening up, tell me what you got in the pan.
Okay, yeah, we got
'Cause
shredded
I
cheese.
think I missed ingredients.
Shredded cheese. So we sauteed some garlic, onion, a little bit of the poblano pepper, added can of black beans, can of corn, shredded cheese, bunch of spices, the beef, and that's going to be the
Lot
stuffing.
going on.
The stuffing.
You're just letting that sit on the in the frying pan on the barbecue. Let it get happy. Stuff
Yep.
the peppers and forget about them. Then we're on
Top
to
them with some cheese, a little bit of the cornflake crumbs for some texture, and then that's our appy with the sauce that we made, the lime crema.
I would have thought you guys would have had the pork cooking by now, but neither one of you have got the pork cooking.
I'm grilling direct. It's not going to take
You
long.
guys are the experts. I'm just the host. But Mike, I see a pile of stuff over there in that cast iron pan. Marco's just chopping cilantro. Pretty
Yeah,
boring. Tell me
yeah.
about what we got going on over here.
Yeah, we got a whole bunch of goodness here.
Once this is all in there, how long do you figure this is going to take?
About 45 minutes.
All right, Marco, we got the orange. Somebody's finally using the orange. Now you already made the lime zest with the sour cream earlier. This one's going to be different.
Yeah, this is going to be for the Mexican street corn.
Oh, okay.
This is going to be what we're going
Will
to.
you do it as a salad or leave it on the cob?
I'm going to take it off the cob, grill it, brush a sauce over it with some feta cheese.
So you're not going to use the other poblano pepper?
No.
Nope. So use of ingredients you don't care about.
I'll
those
put it
5
on
points?
Marco's plate and he can get the points today.
Hey Marco, do you need another pepper stuff?
Sure. We're crumbling up some feta.
This is going to be for your Mexican street corn.
That's right.
You're leaving it on the cob, but you're grilling it on the cob.
Yes.
And this is your feta, your orange, your lime, your sour cream,
Mayo.
mayo. Grill the corn, toss it all together.
That's right.
One of my
Brush
favorites.
this over top of it when the corn's done.
Too bad I'm not judging. This is literally one of my favorite summer dishes.
Well, that's why I did it. I thought you were judging.
Oh, we were. Until your neighbors crashed the party,
That's
and
all right.
now we're gonna let them. Yeah, Marco, our very first Chillin' and Grillin' episode with Cheryl Miller. She did Mexican street corn salad.
Oh, nice.
It was awesome. Her kids went to her grandkids, I think, went to town on it. Loved it. All right, now finally we're going after the cornflakes.
Yeah. I think I'm going to do a deep fried ice cream.
Deep fried ice cream. Will that be the
fried
main
ice
course?
No,
Or the
that'll be
appetizer?
a dessert.
That'll be a dessert.
That'll be to sway the judges and feed the crew.
And is that where the orange is going to come into play?
Yeah. So what I might do is an orange drizzle. So I'll mix it with some sugar, maybe some icing sugar, whip it up with a little bit of butter, mix it up, heat it just a tad, and then drizzle it over the deep fried ice cream.
So you're going with all three then: appetizer, main course, and dessert. Marco, did you hear that?
What's that?
Mike's sucking up to the judges over here. He's making dessert.
That doesn't surprise me. It's going to have to cleanse the palate from what he's serving you for the dinner. So.
Finally, we're getting to the point where we're going to stuff these peppers. And I love stuffed peppers, but I have to admit I don't put nearly that quantity of ingredients and spices I have in here, so I'm anxious to try these.
Good.
They look great. The
Hopefully
poblano-
they look as good or taste as good as they look.
The poblanos already have a smokiness to them. That's what I like about them. And then you had them on there for a good half hour anyway, with a fair amount of smoke.
Just to soften them up a
Yeah.
bit.
And if I remember correctly, you were going to put the cornflakes on top.
Yeah, we're going to do cornflakes. I just need to grab the cheese.
I'm switching over from stuffed poblanos to
It's a deep fried ice cream.
Deep fried ice cream.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna whip some eggs.
yeah.
And then I got the cornflakes, and I'm just going to work fast and get the ice cream coated and put it back in the freezer, probably till about till we're ready to serve.
Okay.
So the whole idea is we're just gonna dunk and coat back in the freezer for probably an hour or so, and then we'll be ready.
Into the deep fryer.
Yeah, then we'll be good to go.
All right, it's ready to go on. It's a little hotter than it was before.
Yeah, we're up to about 475.
He's got some heat going on over here. None of that 250-degree stuff.
Oh, wait. That sounds like cooking. I don't hear that sound.
No,
I don't hear that
That sounds
sound.
like slow cooking.
I'm
that's
slow
what he meant.
cooking,
It
but
sounds
guess what? I got a torch.
So why don't we check your stew real quick before we?
Yeah, that sounds great.
Before we go too
Let's
far.
do it. I think it's smelling good. I can smell it from here over Marco's stuff.
Let's see this.
All right.
Ooh, look at that.
So you know what? It looks like a lot of chaos, which it is. And
Well, the corn adds to it. You can see the poblano peppers cooking up nicely in there. The sauce is thickening up.
you know what? It's
The cast iron pan, it's a nice addition. It's going to bring a lot of flavor in there. You got some smoke from the barbecue.
well, you know what? I got a lot of surface area, so it allows it to thicken and evaporate a lot of the moisture quicker.
Yeah, it'll cook a little quicker.
Exactly. Versus
Yeah.
using like a Dutch oven or something like that.
Yeah.
So
you're working on the plate presentation points here, I see. Taking this up a notch. You're just going to drizzle that right over everything.
You betcha.
And this is the lime
Crema.
crema. Hey, judges, you ready to give our first appetizer a taste test? The number of judges is growing over here. We have 3. They have forks ready to go. I'll let you serve it up. Okay, the neighbors are kind of gravitating around, and they smelled the delicious flavors going on over here.
Yeah, we're more guest judges than neighbors.
Oh, guess. Yeah, well, I was going to say we're bringing in as guest judges. Go ahead, Marco. Tell them what you have for them.
We've got stuffed poblano peppers. So we got ground beef, corn, black beans, tomatoes, green chilies, a bunch of spices, cheese mixed in there, topped with a cornflakes, crushed cornflakes, and more cheese. And then we've got a lime crema with some cilantro.
There you go. Dig in, guys. Remember, you're going to have to judge them when this is done. Okay, so we got our stew ready to go. It looks fantastic. This is your lime
yeah, it's just
crema that you're going to load up on top.
that's it.
In true Mike fashion, I see you're loading it up, and I see you have a medal on.
Yeah.
So tell us about the medal.
So the medal was the the Delaware 2020 Rib Invitational, and which I placed first. So I am going to put a lime wedge and some nachos, and away we go. So we got some Mexican stew, we got some lime infused sour cream, and some nacho chips.
So this was Mike's use of the stewing beef and the sour cream and the corn, and then a whole bunch of about 1,000 different spices.
That's about it.
And lots of them.
Yeah.
The rest of the ingredients he's saving for the main course. Dig in, guys. Let me know what you think. All right, we just served the judges up the second appetizer. They're discussing it right now. I noticed you pulled the pork off. You've got it resting under some foil, sitting right here.
Yep.
You got the corn cooking. Let's take a look at that.
Yep, we're just going direct.
And you're just looking to char this, get it cooked,
Yep,
and this is
and
going to
I'm
be our
just,
Mexican street corn.
That's right. I'm
And
just
this is part of
rotating
your
it.
This is part of your entree.
This part of the entree.
Okay, you're just going to keep rolling it over the open flame.
Yep.
Mike, let's check the pork you've got on. You've had it on quite a while. You're going with the low and slow.
Yeah, you know what? It needs a little bit of a helping hand. In the interest of time.
It's not as crispy as you want it to be?
No, so normally I would probably do this at 225 or so, let it take its time, let it crisp up. Usually they come together pretty quick.
How are you going to speed up the crisping of the bacon?
I'm glad you asked that question because back to the...
Oh, back to the
Yeah.
lighting of
So we're just going to take a little bit of flame and give it a little bit of BTUs. And it's done.
Definitely crisp up the bacon in a hurry.
Exactly. Yeah.
Drove the temperature up a little more.
Yeah.
By the way, do not attempt this at home. This is not an authorized way to barbecue pork at home. So how close? What temperature are we going to finish it off at? About 140?
We'll take it off at 140, let it sit for about 5-10 minutes, and it'll pull it to 145, which is the recommended safe temperature. And
All right. Sounds good.
yeah, we're doing it.
Okay, so you pulled them off, and I noticed you using the smaller torch. You didn't get into the construction torch. What do you have to? Just a little more color?
We're doing a little bit more tame heat just to get every kernel kind of charred.
You're really working on the plate presentation.
Absolutely.
Perfect.
Yep.
All right, guys, here's Marco's entree. Wow. Definitely working on some plate presentation. So the other things in the box that he used here was the pork roast and sweet corn.
And the orange.
And the orange. He did use the orange in the barbecue sauce. So he has managed to use all the ingredients and some of them in a couple of the courses. So go ahead, Marco, tell him what you did.
Yep, we got Mexican street corn, so grilled corn mixed with a sauce of sour cream, mayo, lime, a little bit of feta cheese, and then dressed with a bit more crumbled feta cheese and cilantro. And then we did a direct grill on the pork, wrapped it in bacon, and we have an orange kind of infused barbecue sauce.
There you go, guys.
Perfect.
Enjoy. All right, Mike, we got that pulled off. You're, again, 135, 140. The bacon's nice and crispy. Let's slice and see what we got. This one's got, this has the cheese, I forgot.
This has the cheese, and it's got a little bit of rub.
Jalapeno cheese
I kept it simple. I didn't want to, overcomplicate the thing, but
You're gonna serve it up on a platter here.
yeah. So what I'll just, give her a slice and see what we can do here.
Perfect. Oh, Nate, look at the juice. Oh, your cheese is nice and melted. Great. Perfect. Came off ideal.
Perfect.
All right, let's slice that up and get that over to the judges. Okay, guys, one of the interesting things is with the ingredients, they both, Mike and Marco, went with a bacon-wrapped pork of sorts. And this is Mike's version of it. Mike, come on over. Mike did manage to use up all the ingredients as well. Tell him what you did here.
All right, so I butterflied it. I added some jalapeno cheddar. I added some barbecue rub. I wrapped it up to hold it together with some bacon. I cooked it to about 140, let it come up to about 145. And
you had your barbecue set at 15,000 degrees Fahrenheit for this?
for a brief moment.
For a brief moment?
Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
serve it up.
All right, guys, have fun.
All right.
Okay,
Here,
guys.
I'll bring
as
over
this
some
is-
forks for you, and away we go.
Mike, the judges don't know what the secret ingredient is here today that you're going to use to bribe them. So what are you doing? This is our ice cream from earlier. You're going to deep fry
You know
it?
what? I'll be honest with you. I didn't cook this for the judges. I cooked it for me. Anyways, you should take about 15, 20 seconds.
Deep fried ice cream. Now the judges have no idea. They're still debating your pork over there. We timed this right. This could be the winner for you.
Yeah.
There you go. Deep fried ice cream.
And then what we got here is
Oh, this is our orange.
This is an orange drizzle. So it's basically butter, icing sugar, orange juice, which I freshly squeezed, and a little bit of orange zest.
All right. You're just going to pour that right
Yeah.
over?
Well, you know what? I don't want to decrisp the ice cream, so
Okay.
I'm going to pour it around.
The one ingredient he hasn't used so far is the orange, but he's used it here with the cornflakes.
With the cornflakes, yep.
Oh.
So here you guys go. Who wants, we got some deep fried ice cream with a orange drizzle surround.
All right, so this kind of worked out great. You guys were barbecuing away, some great aromas, lots of smoke going on in the neighborhood. You attracted some of the neighbors, some real barbecue guys, so they decided to sit down and we asked them to judge. We weren't planning on doing that, but why not take advantage of it? So these guys cooked up some great stuff. You're going to judge them today on those 4 categories. Use of the barbecue and their barbecue skills in general. Use of the ingredients, how'd they put them all together. Plate presentation and taste. 5 points each out of 20. Which neighbor wins the barbecue competition today? What do you guys have to say?
So Yusa Barbecue, I think they both did a great job. There was a lot of activity going on multiple grills. Mike was using his egg or his Kamado. He had the gas barbecue going, and he threw in a flamethrower or blowtorch at one point. And honestly, I haven't seen that. Sacrifice the gasket for a good cook. Marco used one grill, but seemed very, very in control of that grill the entire time. Was able to control his temperatures on all dishes. So I think they both did an incredible job. I think that we would probably tend to give that category to Mike, very, very close, 5-4, just because Mike was using 3 grills or 3 different.
Let's be honest, it had to do with the torch.
The torch.
Let's be honest.
100%.
So what do you think, presentation, Craig?
Presentation overall, I thought was very well done for both you guys. Marco's poblano stuffed pepper was pretty impressive, and the roast for the meal was awesome. Like,
And the corn.
and the corn.
The corn was good, yeah.
Yeah, like you, very great job. Just nice, you know how you stand it up on end and dress it up, and it just.
So out of 5 points, who would you?
Mike's last dish looked pretty good too, but the first one was a little underwhelming, I'd say. But so I would say Marco 5-4.
Use of ingredients?
Well, that was a tough one there because I think in all of the now I have to give a little bit of a leeway to Mike here because he didn't have the home ice advantage,
The home barbecue advantage.
home barbecue advantage here. So I noticed that he was running back and forth and doing all that stuff, and in that he neglected to use 2 of the ingredients in his main dish and app.
This is true.
So for that reason only, now he did redeem himself by frying up some ice cream and
he
throwing
did use the
flakes on it.
ingredients.
And he used the 2 ingredients there. However, because it was not part of the instruction, we'll have to go with Marco on that one.
How many points?
We'll give Marco 5 and give Mike
So that
1.
puts Marco up by 1 point at this.
Taste. I think the guys both did a great job.
Right.
All of the
The
dishes.
food was pretty amazing. I'm not gonna lie.
They really did.
Yeah.
The Pablo or the peppers. The stuffed peppers had some nice heat, and then the lime just kind of came in and finished some stuff there.
And how about that stew that Mike put together?
Very,
That
very
was
good.
Yeah, the cast iron.
Very tasty.
Yeah.
The cast iron was nice.
That main dish that Mike did with the jalapeno cheddar and the crispy bacon, very, very good. Marco's corn was incredible. It was off the chart, and his meat dish, we liked everything.
There you go.
So I think that's a tie.
That's a tie. Well, if that's a tie, that puts Marco in the lead by 1 point. Marco's our winner today of the 2 Neighbors Brown Box Challenge.
Congratulations.
There you go, guys. Well done. Well done. So before we wrap up, I just want to thank Marco and Mike. You guys did great. Marco, thanks for letting us use your backyard.
Anytime.
It was a lot of fun. The food tasted fantastic. And thanks to the neighbors for kind of wandering in and giving you your 2 cents worth and providing some comments from the peanut gallery. That was great. Once again, the food was awesome. Marco wins by 1 point. Close, but he takes it home. The neighbor
Limits the
champion.
margins,
There you
just
go.
like us.
Good job, guys.